a masu kallon mu a daidai wannan lokaci da muke daukar wannan bidiyo muna bakin Federal Secretariat da ke nan garin Gusau jihar Zamfara inda kungiyar ma'aikatan jarida ta zamani wato online suka kawo ziyara ofishin jami'an tsaro na civil defense domin gudanar da ziyara ta musamman akan abin da shafi ziyarar aiki. Ita da wannan kungiya ta jami'an 'yan jarida na kafa sada zumunta online sun kasance waɗanda suke yada abubuwa na al'amuran yau da kullun, labaru da al'amuran yau da kullun. Ku biyo mu domin ganin yadda ita wannan ziyara za ta kasance a wannan ofishi na waɗannan jami'an tsaro na civil defense tare da ni Ahmad M. Jalo. Ku biyo mu shiga ciki domin ganin yadda wannan ziyara za ta kasance.
Of DCC Hukumar we have the head of Department for Critical National Asset and Infrastructure, DCC Philip Joseph Kungiyar. We have the head of Department Private Guard Companies, in person of DCC Samuel Tunde Oyinwe. We have the head of training, in person of DCC Tonkan Yakubu Kambai. We have the DCC Commandant Office, in person of DCC Omar Bello. We have the head of Department Finance, in person of DCC Michael Osegba Macadonis. We have the Area A Commander in our midst, in person of AC Godwin Omu. We have the personal assistant, the State Commandant, in person of Superintendent of Corps, Nasiru Abubakar. My humble self, the Command Public Relations Officer, ASC2 Umar Muhammad Masu, my assistant here, Atayi Onoja. With this brief introduction of personalities from the Corps, I would also like to proceed to our host, the State Commandant representative, who is the Command 2IC. He is the Command 2IC and the head of Department Operations, in person of DCC Abdul Karim, who portray good and the ugly of activities happening within the society. I would like to call on a spokesperson or individually as you see fit to introduce yourselves, please.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kuma a al'adarmu shugaba shi ke fara gabatar da kai daga nan ne sai saura a ci gaba da gabatar da kai. Assalamu alaikum. Da farko sunana Abdulmalik Sa'idu, kuma ni ne CEO da Nigeria TV, kuma ni ne chairman na ita wannan association.
I would like to extend my gratitude to Almighty Allah who has given opportunity to come here. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Bello Hetsani, MD CEO Bahasan Online Televisions. I am Secretary General of this association.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. My name is Ishaq Muhammad Tukur. I am MD CEO in Kullum Online TV. I'm also a treasurer to this association.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Sunana Aminu Muhammad Gizo. Ni ne MD na Ayya Online TV kuma ni ne organizing secretary na wannan kungiya ne.
Assalamu alaikum. Sunana Zainab Bashir Garba Kusau. Ni ne MD na UZ Online TV kuma ni ne financial secretary.
Sunana Nura Muhammad kuma ni ne shugaban ra'ayi da service kuma jami'in faɗa da jama'a na wannan kungiya.
Brief introduction by our guest. I would like to say you are officially and highly welcome to NSCDC's Zamfara State Command, and at this very point I would like to call on the head of this very delegation to brief the command why you are here. Though the content from your letter stated explicitly, but hearing it from your mouth is better. Thank you.
CEO Mebireni TV and chairman of this great organization. Please, I want you to permit me to speak in Hausa because I'm good in Hausa than speaking English. Mai girma shugaban wannan hukuma, kamar yadda kuka gabatar da kawunan mu shugabanni ne na ita wannan kungiya a jihar Zamfara. Kuma alhamdulillah kafafen yada labarai na online kusan mun shekara 10 na abu muna aiki a jihar Zamfara. Sai dai tun a lokacin ba mu da kungiya wadda za a ce ga ta wannan kungiya ce ta hada mu gabaki daya. Sai daga baya ma ga cewa kamata a ce mai kungiyar domin tafiya cinciya madaurin ka daya. To alhamdulillah da farko za mu fara da yabo ga ita wannan hukuma, kasancewar kusan tun da mun kafa wannan kungiya wanda ita ce ziyarar mu ta farko a wani ko kuma wata hukuma a Zamfara baki daya. Muna godiya da ansa gayyatar mu da kun kai, ko ce karbar goron gayyata karbar mu da kun kai da farko. Abu na farko ko ce abu na biyu shine waɗannan ne kamar da kuka gani dukkan mu matasa ne, kuma dukkan wannan da kuke gani mun yi karatu tun daga na addini har zuwa na boko. Karanci mai qualification karimi cikin mu shine mai diploma, amma cikin mana har mai wanda yake masters in biyu akwai, wanda alhamdulillah yanzu idan mun kadiba a kafafen yada labarai na zamani kusan suke tafiyar da wannan duniya, domin su ne waɗanda yanzu idan ka aza labari ka hanka ce kwabo ya kara da duniya. To farko da muna abubuwan individually sai ma ga cewa to a hanyar ga hanya cewa da na farko dai ana faɗakarwa, ana nishaɗantarwa, ana samun ilimi gare ta. To kuma idan mu bar abun kara zubi ba tare da kokarin kila mun yi abun akan doka ba, to za a zama to kila mu ta samun kabura da kai wajen ayyukan ko mu ta fuskantar kalubale ga hukumomi, kuma abun tasiri ne sai ya takaita ga ci gaban da ake so. Wannan yanzu da mun kariba yanzu kusan duniya ta koma gabaki daya online, domin yanzu akwai kafafen watsa labaran da gaba ɗaya sun mama aiki da rediyo kwata-kwata sai dai a online. Kamar da mun kadiba kamar gidan rediyon Germany kwata-kwata sun ba aiki ba kaska ba su ga rediyo sai dai online. To alhamdulillah nan da kuke ganin mu kusan akwai waɗanda yawan mabiyansu a kafafen sada zumunta sun hina BOA, sun hina DW, sun hina RFI. To kenan hakan na nuhin a labaran da muke saki cikin al'umma suna da tasiri, wanda shi ke sa al'umma suke bibiyan mu duk abin da mun ka dora, wanda alhamdulillahi dukkan munan kowa kafa watsa labarai ne tana da rajista da hukumar CAC ta ƙasa, wadda kusan shi ne tashin harko, wanda yanzu za ka yi abu akan doka sai ka je kayan rajista shi da ƙasarka ta san da wannan kamfani naka, kuma duk shekara kana biyan kudin rabanu a ƙasa. Don haka bayan mun kirkiri wannan ƙungiya sai muka ce to bari mu fara da jami'an tsaro, kasancewar kusan aikinmu yana da kusan alaƙa, domin akwai lokacin da za a zamanto gare mu za ku ga su labarai, akwai kuma lokacin da ku kanku idan kuna so ku yada labari cikin al'umma ko kan gayyato mu mu yada shi zuwa ga al'umma. Da haka mun ka ce to bari duk da cewa muna da alaka da kuwa, bari mu ƙara zuwa mu gabatar da kanmu, mu gabatar da ƙungiyarmu ko mu gabatar da kafafen yada labaranmu na duk abin da hukuma za ta yi wanda ta kaso al'umma su sani, waya Allah tsakaninta da al'umma ne ko kuma kila su tsakanin al'umma ne da ita hukuma. To muna neman duk abin da wannan hukuma za ta yi ta rinka gayyatar waɗannan kafafen yada labarai namu, kamar yadda ake gayyatar kafafen yada labarai waɗanda a conventional waɗanda ke kila ga rediyo ko kuma ga talabijin mai hoto wanda ake saurari. Allah shi taimake ka, ina ganin idan ban abin waɗanda su ne takaitaccen abin da kuma wannan hukuma ta, muna godiya.
Welcome to the office of headquarters of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the First State Command. I know some of you have been here, we've been having interaction with some of you. Some, when I saw them, I just recognized their faces. And it's a good thing to have a union. But just having the union is not enough. Your actions and ensuring that your members do their job, carry out their jobs within the frame of the law is very important. It's very important because the coming up of online media has changed the narration completely in the media palace. I work with the media before I joined civil defense, the print media. So I know some of these things. And I think it's good that you came to us. Just like when you mentioned, we work hand in hand. Anybody who carries out investigative journalism will need us. Because at some point in time, you will need the security person maybe to get one or two informations. So it's vice versa. We get information from you, we too get from us. We get from you, we get from you. So it's something that is a two-way thing, two-way traffic. It's not just the one-sided issue. Coming together does not mean you come together and begin to do things that are uncalled for. You have to guard against, I would say, the rules of engagement, how you started, what you are there for, how you do, because the first thing is to inform, educate people, at least entertain them. It's a part of those things you do. And to make sure that you let people know what's going on within the area, especially in this time of period when we have security challenges. The media online is very, very useful because at short notice you can pass information that the conventional media will take 24 hours to let the people have it. That's true. In print media, you have to come and it takes 24 hours before it gets to the readers. So also electronic media, some of them, those that are not on online, just conventional media, they will have some problem because you have to come, sit down. It goes through a lot of processes within the office. Editor what, editor that, and before it gets to where you now begin to broadcast. And it must have time. Maybe it's supposed to be 9 o'clock that you hear, like network news. You have to wait until it's maybe 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, then maybe 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock, then you get these stories. But online it's not like that. The moment you have it, you just let it into the internet, and that's all. The space. Everybody will have it at the same time, a very short period of time. And most of your stories are always concise. It's not something that you read long story. At the end of the day, you do forget what you are reading about or what you are listening to. So I think it's good that you have this, but I want to caution, just like what I said before, please avoid situation whereby you go and become too in the hands of politicians. That is one very, very serious aspect of it, of online media. Because within a twinkle of an eye, you damage the career of somebody who has labored all his life. Please try to avoid some of these things. That's where investigation comes in. Investigative journalism. Somebody could allege that Mr. A stole a goat when we did this, we were together with him. And you just send it to the... It's wrong. You have to investigate. Is it true? Who can corroborate what this person has said? And what has happened at that point in time? When did this thing happen? And all those things, when you bring all this together, you now begin to see whether that person is lying or is saying the truth. And sometimes you have to avoid just sending some stories. You have to look at the national security. If something is going to cause problem, for instance, in Gusau, instead of you to send that story, please, if they are going to give you 100 million and you let many people die, it's better you leave the story and allow it to go like that. Sometimes certain that you as proprietors, you have to live with it. You have to gauge a lot of things before you allow it to go. Since it's something like it's just like a one-man affair, or at most 2-3 people, and that's all. So you make a lot of judgment and at short notice. So you have to always have this at the back of your mind, the security of the area where you live, because if you allow anything to come, insecurity to come in, you will not have a place to operate. Before you know, you are on the run. Yes, now you are on the run. You are not here. Your family will scatter. You scatter a lot of things. Even your business will go. So, if anything that has to do with national security, please avoid it. Just leave it. I think, and above all, I think I would say congratulations for having this. The ESCO. When was it that you have the election? Or you didn't have an election? Everybody just go.
No, it's just nomination we did.
Nomination you did.
But later we are going to conduct election, inshallah.
Okay. So for those that will win, we'll say congratulations in advance.
Yes,
and then we, just like what I said, please keep this in the back of your mind, because security is uppermost. And that's why we always want to have things with you, things like that.
Gentlemen of the press, highly welcome to this headquarters NICDC. We also want to talk just on fake news or labarin kanzon kuregi. Verify, analyze, and ensure any news you are going to shoot merited and is worthy of news. Because an iota of news, as our guy said, that is negative news, can cause mayhem, can cause serious problem to the community, to society, and the country at large. Ensure, before going to press, you verify your news. Very, very important. Make inquiries, make necessary inquiries. Don't be an armchair journalist whereby you just hear story and then you send from your bed or from your seat, gentlemen. We should avoid by that. Wish you Allah's protection. All the best. Thank you. One.
And of course, we said to good morning once again. I'm Deputy Commandant Umar Bello Banza, DC Commandant Office. My sincere appeal to this noble association is an orientation call and also a warning call to all of you that you should be very, very careful with politicians. Very, very extra careful with politicians. A politician wanted to damage somebody, he will call your attention to offer what you cannot even expect it to be offered, just for you to go and damage him, his counterpart. Therefore, you should desist from doing that, because this association is very, very strong, very educative, very lucrative, but unless otherwise, you follow the footsteps of professional journalism. So be very careful, be very vigilant, because this is the era and time where politicians can come out to damage their counterpart, either directly or indirectly. Be very careful with anything that they think they can offer for you, cash-wise, material-wise, and anything you can think about. They can do that. At the forefront, it will not come to your mind to understand curiously that this particular person is trying to damage his counterpart, but rather he may be telling you things or otherwise. So please be very vigilant. Thank you very much.